Yodelay, 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 hoo. What? How am I going to say this? I'm going to send you a telepathic message. This entire world is full of deceivers, liars, phantoms, principalities and powers we are unaware. Part of the program is to get smacked and hit so hard by these principalities and powers so that we do not get hit again. Think of Luke Skywalker, who kept getting hit and hit and hit. He had his eyes closed and he was trying to see without seeing, and he got hit and hit and hit again. That's what this world is like. And we will be pushed smack down in the mud with our mouths gaping open, begging for mercy, just so that we don't get hit again. And it is bad. And I'm with all of you guys if you have been hit that hard by this world and this life, by your mother, your father, someone that was supposed to love you, someone that was supposed to protect you, someone that lied to you, someone that led you astray, someone that set you up like a lamb for slaughter emotionally. But we're here, and we can take our innocence back. We can take our power back by not allowing it to ever happen again. Never holding hands with an energy that led us into the dark woods of ignorance and lies, basically. My name is Mary Moses. I'm an oracle, and I was led to be an oracle by the Holy Spirit, 7 spirits of God, the nameless ones. The oracle was written in the Bible 23 times. If any man speak, let them speak as an oracle. And an oracle is someone who is training, I call myself training, to strengthen the spiritual muscle of speaking the voice of the invisible ones, the illuminated ones. And so you are in the forest part of Forest Fairy, and we are transcending from a forest to a fairy where we can fly high above the gravitational pull of dark energies and become masters of illumination and light, and become like Glinda, where when the Wicked Witch comes and says, "I'll get you, my pretty," and you laugh with the heart of a child and say, "Be gone," before someone drops a house on your head. And you can literally laugh at them, because now you have been hurt, you have been smacked, you have been almost killed, and yet you're still alive. And now you're going to take this knowledge and you're going to take the reins and you're going to allow your higher twice-born self to teach you to hear them. So when they're screaming at you saying, "Don't go with that person," you will obey them and you will see the signs and the symbol. I remember when I had a bunch of friends. They were my drum circle friends, and we were looking for a place to eat, and they said, "Let's try this place." And right before we walked into the restaurant, a song was playing that says, "I can't get no satisfaction." And there was no satisfaction in our meal. And I warned my friends. I was like, this is not a good sign. This is how spirit talks. Music, books, witnesses, numbers. Everywhere you go, there's either a yes or a no. Knowing what these symbols mean helps us to see the barometer of God. If you, at a certain precipice, are making a decision and you look around you and it's the setting of a sun and the wind is blowing on your feet and all of the symbols around you say yes or no, that's what you have to have faith in. Have faith in symbology. Have faith in how God speaks. God speaks through a burning bush. God speaks through witnesses and signs all around you. Learning how to talk back is another matter entirely, but learning how to use your eyes and your ears to actually see these signs is one of those things. So you have a yellow brick road here. And this yellow brick road needs some characters. These characters are those symbols that talk to you about your path, to your transcendence, to your age of Aquarius, the golden age of Aquarius, to get your golden crown. Today is Katrina's special day and her special reading, and we're going to really dovetail and put our arms around Katrina, because Katrina needs a divine mother, an intuitive mother, a mother that can feel and sense something before it happens. When my daughter was about to be hungry, I knew it. I would already have her food prepared. I felt it. I knew it. We were on a schedule. When I breastfed her, I just knew. I knew there was something wrong. That's what the real mother does, is stays in tune with God, with our children, so that we can prepare our child appropriately and keep them from falling off into danger. But when we don't pay attention and we lose contact and we lose love, then the child is lost. And it's very painful. It's so painful. In fact, we build all these walls around our heart. And these walls are, F you, I hate you, I judge you, you're a jerk, don't come near me, I'm afraid. And these walls are very important because we don't want to get hurt again. And I don't blame anybody for having those walls at all. I've had those walls most of my life. I probably still have some of those walls. So here we go. Here is our treasure box full of treasure. I'm going to swirl around and around and around. And thank you, Spirit. Oh, Scarecrow. And we're going to just grab a couple of things here. And we're going to see what we grabbed. Wicked Witch. Scarecrow. 2 scarecrows. 10 men. 2 10 men. All right. You need a double anointing today. Two scarecrows, 2 10 mans. These are 2 relationships that really need to be anointed off of you. You need to marry and make a commitment to yourself and your double, no, not the world. Commitment to your inner child who needs you as her mother, the intuitive mother that protects herself. Because it was your inner child that was hurt. Because I saw you as a little girl. And that poor little girl was like taken like a lamb to slaughter. And I didn't like it. And the golden coin is a promise from God that you're given the golden coin of the golden crown. And that golden crown is, you're supposed to step into your mastery. You're supposed to be the divine mother. You have a gift. Don't let some jerk take it away. I'll fight him. I'll fight him. You go away, wicked witch, or I'm going to bite you myself. All right, let's pull a card for you besides the scarecrow. And look at the image of the scarecrow. Scarecrow doesn't know who he is. He is a mirror of the wicked witch. The wicked witch and him have the same hat. He thinks that he is what the wicked witch told him he is. That's not true at all. He is mirroring a world that is giving him a consequence and making him hang on a cross. And that's not his consequence. If he would leave that world, he wouldn't have to suffer that consequence. So let's go on. And we're going to pull a card for you. You're going to start having visions after today. Look at that beautiful vision. You are really going to surrender. The feeling I get is you're going to learn that forgiveness is ruthless, and you don't have to perform black magic to get back at somebody who hurt you or anything like that. Forgiveness is not a kind act, and you're going to cut people out of your life today and burn their very memory and never talk about them again, obliviate them, so that you can move on through music. And you know where music comes from? It's the music of your heart, and it's the perfection of you becoming and perfecting your gift and your art and your alchemy to step into your mastery. Woohoo! Yay! So now we're just going to say, Expecto Patronum. We're going to activate your reading today with joy. Joy is your strength. We're going to anoint your piece with Mushi. A healthy human being resonates between 70 and 100 hertz frequency. If your biofield, if your electric energy, if your energy in any way is limited because maybe you're feeding your holy temple soda all day instead of clean water. Maybe you're feeding your holy temple pasteurized, processed, imitation, toxic food. Well, those are prayers, and it's a prayer of death. If we are doing drugs or drinking alcohol, it's because maybe we don't know that we are very weak because someone is feeding off of us. And so we don't know what to do with this weakness or even how to fight it. So we call for other dimensions through alcohol or drugs because this dimension is too painful, right? But knowing the unseen world takes an expert view, and seeing the unseen world will see whether you are being fed upon or manipulated by those principalities and powers that we are unaware. So if you get into frequency, I encourage you to get linen sheets. Wear linen cloaks. That's 5,000 hertz frequency. It'll give you a real good jump start on your biofield. You'll also start getting into rose essential oil. It has over 320 hertz frequency. And you'll get into drinking clean spring water and checking your pH. The pH of the water in your body is essential for making your holy temple strong enough to get past very invisible limitations. Now, it's a jar of hearts here. And this jar of hearts reminds me of you, Katrina. And there are people who collect hearts like you and hurt them. So the song that I heard was, "Who do you think you are?" These people that hurt you, sing a song about it. What I do to try to get the energy out of my heart, see, your heart is a musical instrument. It is living waters that flows from your heart. It's living, it's energy. And when we sing, we actually let things out. So when we sing praises and glory, it comes from truth. But how can you sing praises and glory and joy if all that's in your heart is sadness and confusion and whatever? So maybe go ahead and write a song about some of the pain that you've had and just let it out, you know? So this person who wrote this song was really hurt. Who do you think you are? How does it go? Collecting your jar of hearts, tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back to me. Who do you think you are? The God who is the God of the written word. It's this physical reality. And the invisible ones are the illuminated ones. And I see you, and you're inside a protected area, looks like. Okay. Katrina. Okay. So my son-in-law was adopted by a woman who fed on him. And she would love bomb him and then curse him. She made him self-sabotage. She would do things covertly to make him so weak that he didn't have the strength to do anything. And when I did a reading for him, I saw this wicked witch. She has teeth and she eats on you. And you have that. However, there's something inside you that's like fighting back. And I've seen this Wicked Witch on several other people. And she has white hair, she has teeth, and she feeds on you. So we when we have certain pains and torments, this energy may have been created from something. But King Solomon, the Testament of Solomon, says that all negativity in this world comes from the jinn, comes from these dark jinns. But this woman, she's a wicked witch with teeth. You could see her teeth right there. And so I'm going to show you her, and then we're going to basically get rid of her today. But I'm going to show you, and Spirit's going to show you, and it's going to clear your heart today. So let me show you what she looks like. She looks like this. She has a long nose. She has this mouth that goes like this. She has teeth that are sharp like this. She has this mouth that goes down like this. Sharp, sharp teeth and a sharp, long nose. And it goes up like this. You're inside this star place. You're like in here. And you're so cute. You're like this little girl. And she took your heart and took a spike or something, stabbing into you, like stabbing you. And then there's, I know who this is. This is the god Yam. He sits on a throne. He has a big belly. He looks like Santa Claus. Yeah, so you have these men. So you have energies on you that so the Santa Claus. But you look happy. You're an angel. You look like very happy, and you're like in a protected area. You are, and this thing's trying to hurt you. This thing tries to sneak their hand and hurt you constantly. Certain negative energies actually manifest as certain different looks, but let's go ahead and look at you and see exactly what's happening with you, because you're in this beautiful protected area. And I mean, honestly, I don't think you know that this thing is near you. So you're like a person that holds water, the dripping down from your hands like this. You're very beautiful. You have a beautiful light shining out from your energy. You actually have a majestic clothing. You're royal. The dark ones know. I guess somebody saved you from death. Oh, I'm going to show you what happened. So, listen, don't get upset or anything, but I think something happened to you, and then your body was raised up into a light body. Dark body, light body. And what is this thing doing? She eats off of your heart chakra. She does something, and so it's like something feeding off of your energy. Now, you have a Mad Hatter hat on. This means that you're in the eye of God and you're learning. And this learning is making you more powerful and putting you in the eye and putting you in a protected area. And yet these things are not letting you go. And it's artificial intelligence also. Mouser. Microsoft Mouser. So this mouse. Lord Mouser is nanotechnology also. And this says lie, L-I-E. Somebody that tells lies here. All right, so I see what's happened with your energy for a while is you were trapped, like the symbol of Gemini here. You were trapped, and you're the divine feminine, really, that was trapped behind Gemini. And this trapping was done by an ancient god I think that's Yam. And this wicked witch, she goes inside the bodies of the weak ones. She feeds on them, making them weaker and weaker. And so let me close my eyes. And you do have the god named Hu there. And who do you think you are? Yeah, that's the God of the written word. It's the God of this physical reality that keeps you tethered to this physical reality and this is somebody who does collect people, collects them, collects their energy. So my son-in-law has this wicked witch. So you could be around a man in your life who has that wicked witch as a spirit on them, and they feed off of you, and they have teeth, and and so what it seems like they want you, she's putting her hand on your heart area, and then the heart area, it's all about your heart area. It's all about this area right here. This is your power, your solar plexus. And we cannot feed these principalities and powers that energy. So today, we're literally going to get rid of all of them and clear you out today. Please believe in anointing. It's your double anointing. Two main energies that won't leave your soul alone. Giving you a series of unfortunate events. Not because you deserve it at all, but because your energy is tethered to them and you are receiving their consequences. So think of Harry Potter. He kept on thinking of Voldemort and thought of the pain of his past, pain of his past, pain of his past. Missing mommy and daddy, low self-worth, low self-worth. Eventually, Voldemort began to manifest more and more in his consciousness. And then suddenly Harry Potter began to see himself hurting people. He began to feel himself angry. He began to become Voldemort. When we become the enemy because we don't know how to direct our mind, we suffer the consequences of them and even see what they do as their actions. And we carbon copy it onto ourselves, not even realizing that some of the feelings that we're feeling aren't from us. Some of our emotions don't come from us. They came from being around that energy for so long that we actually begin to mirror them. And the truth of the matter is we are young, innocent children who are nothing but joy, peace, love, light, illumination. But when a jerk comes and tries to convince us through mind control that we are this, that, this, that, this, that, and then we act out on it and do things, even emotionally, physically, verbally, or whatever, and we act out because we don't know any better, we invite these energies in, and then we suffer their consequences. And this is all ignorance, not realizing that, oh my gosh, it was all a mind control tactic. It was all about feeding off of you. And so I'm taking you out of there. We're going to be your mother here. After today, you're going to be peaceful like Sunday morning. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. And I'm leaving here tomorrow. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. Ooh. 'Cause I'm easy like Sunday morning. I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Aha! I see you. You are now illuminated. You're free. You're holding your crown in your hand. You have a new contract. You're not signing a contract with those other beings because you didn't know. So, this is your anointing. You're holding a lotus in your hand. You're holding a world in your hand. It does look like a world. Okay, so now you have a couple of angels and spirit guides that are actually praying and over you, and there's a it's the Wicked Witch is dead. So this is the scraggly headed Wicked Witch with the scraggly hair that goes like this, and her nose goes like this, and her witch goes like that. The dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Good. So there's a world here going under someplace, and there's a big heart right here. And you're no longer going to ever believe the lies. The broken heart helped you to not to believe lies about yourself, about the world, anything like that. You've been set free from a box, like a prison. You were in a box. You're like literally flying out. There's 3 Vesica piscuses that look like flames going up, up, up. This is lanterns, lights, and flames. They want to tell you that you're like the movie Tangled. You've been stuck in a tower by a lying witch who wanted to sing to you and make you believe that you couldn't leave. Because if you left, that would happen. That was all a lie. Your true home is in another place. Your true mother and father is in another place. You come from a place where you are royalty. You have a lot of power. You came here to see what is a lie, and following lies. What is it like to follow a liar? What is it like? What are the dark ones like? What are they? And to master it. So you had to master hell. And it's time to be set free. You have an angel who has a looking glass through her eye here. And I don't know if it's an angel. It's definitely a motherly type energy that is here to help you to see through the looking glass spirit. And they are here to, you have a bird over your head. It's a mother goose. So now you've entered into the mother goose. You're learning from this mother goose. You're learning to mother not only yourself, but you're learning to mother your energy. Intuitively prepare yourself at every moment. Protect and prepare yourself to not be a sacrificial lamb, basically. So you have a dragon and a bunny rabbit, a cute little a bunny rabbit. So cute. She has the praying paws like this. And you have a mother that's hitting a drum or a tambourine. It's waters that are flowing out. And it's her hand in there hitting it like a drum, kind of like Hathor. And I did see a big bull over here. And you have another female that showed up. She's holding a bottle of a gin. Like this. And it says J-I. And in cursive writing is a jinn. Which was a curse. And then it says hello. And I think a jinn made us go down low. Hell, oh. And then you have this beautiful bird. So cute. A promise of protection. Somebody's giving you a big thumbs up. Everything's okay now. It's almost like you almost died or something. There's just something about something here. And then you should actually start feeling better, a little bit better right now. Right now. there's a lion. There's a vulture eating the Wicked Witch. If she was eating you, you should eat her. How do you eat somebody? You recapitulate your past and you go back to the time when you were really hurt and you observe yourself like from your double self. And so envisioning going back and seeing yourself in pain, seeing your inner child insulted and hurt and all that. The reason you envision it is because you're actually directing your double to do something that is out of your physical power. So what you do is you envision all the pain of what these wicked witches and reptilians and archons have done to us as innocents, taking our power. And you go back and you take back the power by breathing. Breathing works on both the physical level and the ethereal level. So these energies work on the ethereal realm. They don't expect you to even be aware of them. They don't expect you to use your mind to time travel, to send your double back in time, to take your power back that they stole. That's how you feed upon them. They can't exist without your power, so you're going to take your power back, thereby killing them in some way. So what you do is you go back and you it's in this book. It's called recapitulation. Now, Scientology calls it auditing your soul. So what you do is you turn your head to the right and you make sure that you envision, you put yourself right back into that place where you were forsaken. And you don't allow yourself to get upset, but you see yourself like a mother. And you go, my darling, you see all that's happening, smell the air, if the sun was shining, the carpet, you envision everything and you breathe it all. And you obliviate it. Let me show you how I do it. This is what you do. You are the divine mother that's going back and protecting your inner child from the trauma that they were not protected from. And you breathe back all the power that was stolen from you. And you will yawn because it is so powerful. And you hold your breath, turn it to the left, and you breathe out the wicked witch. You breathe out all the dark energy. You breathe out unforgiveness. You breathe out being tethered to their energy. You keep your breath held. And you move left and right with your breath held for 2 seconds. So it's actually quite quick. And for me, I actually say with the joyfulest, happiest giggle, and to get to that place, you might have to listen to comedy, obliviate. And the mother who laughs at the wicked witch, be gone before someone drops a house on your head. The only power that you have is your inner child. So you can't be serious. You can't be in pain. You can't be please, please, please. You can't be hurting. You can't be bitter. You can't be a victim or it doesn't work. The only way it works is you become the divine mother. You breathe I'm going to just do it quickly. It goes like this. You have to use your imagination. You're breathing back all the pain. You might say, I take back what is mine. And you envision breathing out their jerk energy. Hold your breath. Head to your right, head to your left, holding your breath. Obliviate. And you obliviate it. It never happened. It never existed. You don't ever talk about it again. They never hurt you. You were never there. You have erased it. Suddenly, your double, because of your imagination, your double is telepathic, will go there and do things that you sent them to do. So this is in this book called The Sorcerer's Crossing. And your ethereal net is a luminosity that surrounds your physical body. It's a web of energy that gets torn to shreds during daily living. Huge portions of your energy gets lost or entwined in other people's bands of energy. If you lose too much vital force, you can become ill or die, especially if you're being fed upon by principalities and powers you cannot see. Breathing works on both the physical and ethereal levels. It repairs damage to your net and keeps it strong and pliant so that you aren't constantly under the consequence of those energies. When your band of energy is connected to someone's energy who does terrible and awful things, their consequences become your consequences. And you know what they get from you? All the prosperity and joy that was supposed to be yours. It's terrible, I know. So your double can actually do great and mighty things if you learn to seek first the kingdom of God. But before we can create the new kingdom and create our new selves and rebirth ourselves as a new person, we have to go through the deathless death. In order to truly die, we have to go through true forgiveness, and true forgiveness is not kind. It's cutting ourselves off and the people associated with that self and obliviating it forever. So when Hermione went through her obliviation and she obliviated her mom and dad, she went into a tent and she left the world in order to go through the deathless death. What does your double do? Anything we want it to do. It can jump over trees, fly through the air, become large or small, take the shape of an animal. It can become aware of other people's thoughts or become a thought and hurl itself in an instant over vast distances. It can even act like the self. If you know how to use it, you can appear in front of someone and talk to them as if you were really there. This is how Jesus spoke to his disciples, because being born again is literally you have a double self. How do you do it? Well, you have to let go of your physical body. In order to let go of your physical body, you cannot be tethered to your past. In order to not be tethered to your past, you can't just say out loud, I forgive and let go because I don't want to be tethered to it. No, it's much more than that. It is you've lost so much power that you have no choice but to do things that you don't have the power to rise above it. You just don't. So you have to collect power through recapitulation. You have to collect power through action. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and you're going to begin doing things that are crazy to a conventional human being. And this recapitulation will help you to collect power so that you become nothing and no one, so that when those energies who were attacking you before try to feed off of you, they can't find you. You aren't you. You're becoming a master of water. Your body is 75% water. The master of water is that your double born again self now controls you and has all the power. So what do? If your awareness, if you let go of your physical body, your physical emotions, and all of your past and everything and obliviate it, then you allow your double to take over. If your awareness is tied to your double, you will not be affected by the laws of this physical world. You will now have powers. All right? And then you will be governed by ethereal forces. Say what? Yeah, you can actually do many great things, but it takes dedication. But as long as our awareness is tied to the physical body, our movements are limited by gravity and other constraints. So think of Dr. Strange, who was in a car accident. He hurt his hand. He went to the Ancient One. They said, she's the only one that could heal my body. And he went to her, but he was a fool. He was tethered to principalities and powers he was unaware, living in an illusion. And she said, you have to access your double. Your double is the one with all the power. And he said, nobody has a double. That's dumb. All we have is this physical world. And she punched him on his assemblage point and pushed his double out of his body. And his double went out and saw the truth. And then she sent his double into the abyss. And then he came back and said, teach me, please. I didn't know I even had a double. I didn't know that I had a born again self that needed to be fed and empowered. I didn't know. This entire time I was just feeding principalities and powers, all of the power of my double. I didn't know. He said, teach me. She said, no. And threw him physically out of her house, her school, painfully. Because some people don't deserve to know the truth. They are fools who, because they've been mirroring and adopting the energy of vultures who feed upon people for so long, that oftentimes we become the jerk. We've been fed upon for so long that we become the person that is feeding upon us, not even realizing that we're supposed to be so much more. And he laid there by her door day after day after day. He was bound and determined, I'd rather die than to miss out on becoming a master. And finally, through dedication and through his devotion, she allowed him back in, and he had to wear linen clothing and dedicate his time to study and recapitulation. And he let the world go. He let his money go. He let his house go. He let everything go because he decided it wasn't about his hand anymore, about his broken body. It was about divine timing. And he decided to learn from the Ancient One. And the Ancient One taught him things. Before you know it, he turned into Doctor Strange. And he became a master of his body, thereby healing his body and becoming more. And he was not himself. He was not his name anymore. He was not his old self. He was somebody completely different. So that if any principality or power came near his old self going, hey, where's that food I used to eat? That person didn't exist anymore. And if he were to come and find him, he would laugh and say, be gone before someone drops a house on your head. And what is a house? Getting somebody trapped in a box of time. Tethered. But what are you supposed to do, Katrina? You are holding the oracle ball. You are holding the crown and a contract. You are in the Mother Goose energy. You are protected now. You are here to go through the Lion's Gate and be a seer and follow the White Rabbit, Neo. You're the one to follow the White Rabbit. But because you were so tethered, we're going to do one more reading. And I'm going to see what Doctor Strange character you're meant to be. Let's let this be the superhero part of this, where we're going to see who you look like. If you dedicate yourself, get this book, The Sorcerer's Crossing. This is about crossing your physical mind into your higher self. That it mirrors the Holy Spirit and the seven spirits of God. It is not black magic. It is about illumination and truth. Get this book. It will take you on a journey visually of symbology of two characters that literally helps you to piece together truths that will help you see yourself and help you to see you instead of mirroring the pain. So you as a superhero. Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. She's gotta be strong and she's gotta be fast and she's gotta be straight from the fight. Fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for the hero to the morning light. And she's gotta be larger than life. Larger than life. Still, there's that star in the center. You're a star seed. If you watch the Doctor Strange Part 2, there's this girl, her name is Americana, and she has white eyes like this. And she's remembering who she truly is, and she's a portal opener. And her portals that she opens are like a star, and she fights this wicked witch. And you remind me so much of her, you should really watch that. So you're working with like a Sekhmet, powerful, don't put up with anybody's BS energy here. All right, first of all, your spirit guide. Secondly, your superhero ability is all in sacred geometry, the shape of a star, the shape of a pyramid, the shape of sacred geometrical shapes. Seeing yourself as these sacred geometrical shapes and turning yourself into these shapes like a Merkaba makes you so powerful that nothing can see you or detain you or hurt you ever. There's several of you. You have the ability to create a false you and leave that false you there, and then the jerks devour that false you and they get nothing out of it because it was nothing, and the real you is here. You as a superhero, you have the ability to, okay, this is you. You have the ability to make 10 of yous, and you can send each one of those pieces of yourself anywhere you want as a spy. And you have a dragon up here. Somewhere after midnight, 12. In my wildest fantasy, someone just beyond my reach is reaching back for me. I see so many yous, and I want to know what you is the one that wants to reveal themselves, because there's so many. I know you probably already see her. Hey, Pops.
You live?
Yeah, I'm live. So, wow. There's literally thousands of souls coming out of a dark doorway that reminds me of Mordor. And they're all coming out of a dark doorway. They're very happy. They're smiling. They're being released from a dark, dark, dark world. And they're old looking, bearded, 1700s, trapped souls. Thousands coming out of a dark doorway. The original heart that was stolen from them is being returned to them. The lock. There was this Viking-looking dude. He looks Asian or Viking. You're flying. Your arm goes up. Okay, so when you look at your body, you're going to look at the Egyptian Book of Gates as the gatekeeper. You're going to see your legs as two pillars that have fallen. This is the two pillars that fell. Think of the Lord of the Rings, Sodom and Mordor that fell. It's the two pillars reflects the prison that has fallen, and the number 3 here. A release of prisoners, prisoned souls you're setting free. Now, you have a mother or a young girl that's just consistently in your peace, a female. All of the arms that are being displayed here have letters. So basically you're here to eliminate the Medusa. And I think that the Medusa is something that comes from very hurt, especially females, with the snakes being like the phallus of Osiris. This is okay. So when we are betrayed by humans, principalities, powers, we don't fight flesh and blood. We fight principalities and powers, right? And the one who feeds on us, we end up mirroring them, and it kills us. So when we look at the mirror of Medusa, when we see Medusa and it kills us, and then you have to hold up a mirror in front of Medusa's face in order to defeat the Medusa, is we have to come to a realization that everything that we are in our current self is simply a reflection of a bunch of jerks. And our true self is our inner child. That's it. That's what this world is. It's a manipulation, it's a program. And so when we can see ourself instead of the Medusa, instead of the image that we were trained to see and believe, we literally set free not only ourselves, but like so many thousands of others that was somehow attached to us, and they come out into the light. They're released from some sort of prison. And you're flying. And your ear is people. These ancient, you seeing who you truly are, your ancient self. You have a queen here on a throne with an owl and a moon and a star. And her dress makes like a third eye, and her feet go like this. And she's a little girl. She's so cute. You are a child and have always just been a little child that was so hurt here. And so notice the squares here. This is the Medusa. This is a mirror. This is a mirror. That's a mirror. This is a mirror. Your whole body is made of mirrors. You are like a magic mirror. People walk into your magic mirror halls, and if they see the illusion and they look in the mirror and they see, like, think of Harry Potter. When he looked in the mirror, he saw his parents. If you see pain in the mirror, then you see the illusion. But if you can say, bloody hell, I look good, and you see yourself as a superhero master, there's a monk here walking. And that's the crown. Maranatha means God come, Lord come, God is coming, God is coming. And that's the only face that is actually true and real. Let me help you see yourself a little bit better here. I'm going to help you understand this by putting some contrast on here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Mirror, 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 mirror. When you mirror your higher self, instead of this, you are seeing with laser vision who you truly are. Now, the Return to Oz showed Dorothy seeing her princess higher self, and they touched hands in the mirror. Or when Bastian saw his double self, Atreyu, in the mirror. This is when you go through the oracle, the eye of the needle. This is when you step into your divinity. This is when you begin to close your eyes and put a tetrahedron over your head, which reflects a 45-degree angle or fire, the number 4. And you going through this fire energy is the dragon and the lion. The year 2024 is the year of the fire dragon. And it's the year that's going to set your heart on fire. Of God, of your higher self, and setting yourself free. There's the pieces on your body. You have places of energy on your body that people in the East know about, but here in our Western medicines and healings, we don't ever talk about it. But there are certain places on your body that actually hold negative energy. One of them for you is your right shoulder, right here. Also, your right ear has the Medusa. Your left ear is all about freedom and transcendence and learning. It's good. This part above your head here is your fire child self. Above your head is your higher self, which is fire. And then on the right side of you is that lion. You have very powerful, your biofield is powerful here, 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 and here. But it's weak over here and here. Now, if you look up the Egyptian Book of Gates, you're going to see characters that look like you. They are called keepers of the gate. And they are houses. Your superhero ability is helping yourself and others see that unless we mirror our true selves, we are sucked into a house that is a false self and reality that is a lie. And it keeps us tethered to the cross like the Tin Man. Stuck on the cross, afraid of ravens, crows. So your arm goes up and you are making a fist. And look at that. That's your fist. Your power isn't your power. Your power doesn't come from you. Your power comes from your higher self. And so yourself here that's flying and free only is free when you let go of yourself, because holding on to yourself makes you heavy. You have to be as light as a feather. And then your other arm goes up like this. And this arm goes like this. And this is, hey, guess what? If you're not you and you can let yourself go, you can literally think of somebody like this dude and become him and see through his eyes. Or her. You can put your arm inside her and see through her eyes. Now you're an oracle. Now you're nothing and yet everything. Now you can actually literally have the eyes of God. That is the eye of Ra, that is the eye of Horus, and that is the eye of the eye of the needle. It's a mirror that we get sucked into, and it's a trap. So sometimes the trap has there's a Baphomet. It's a horned being that has ears, and then it has this and eyes and a beard, and he's seated like this and like this with his knees like this, and his arms go like this and his knee goes like this, and I'm not sure what it means, and there's something that goes like this there, and then on the other side It's some strange thing. I think that's the crucible here. It's a time. So your body is a time. This is a place of not knowing who we are. This is pain. This is seeing the pain, and the pain kills us. The pain makes us lose power. The 2 rings of power. And then here's your higher self. It's like she's reading a little book, like little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her work curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. A spider is the World Wide Web. And if you're afraid of spiders, the fear of the Medusa and the fear of this world will actually frighten you away from yourself. So this is very positive. This is you, and you're a starseed. So you can see all the pieces of a star here. There's so many stars. You can be many people if you can let go of yourself. Aha, you're going to level 13. That's a master. There's secrets in here. There's secrets all in here. You just have to look. You can see the heart is 1-3, master. 1-3, master. Master of the illusion, master of water. Water is the original mirror. To be a master of the mirror is to be a master of the water, is to be a master of your biofield, is to be a master of your mind. Mastermind, aha. Maybe that's your new name. Water is emotions too, master. Yes, let me pin your comment. Great job. Pin this comment. Great job. But if you look at the Egyptian Book of Gates, it has an entryway that looks like there's a bottom world and an upper world. And in each level, we're all growing and learning to realize that we are just fractals of God. And eventually we mirror God and we mirror illumination. And then we go, oh, that's right. That's who we truly are. Everything else was a jerk. And yeah. It's like a dream. But your hands are very, very powerful in the sense that you can use your imagination to connect with anyone or anything. You're probably a very powerful psychic. And as a powerful oracle or psychic, all our lives we have felt other people's thoughts and feelings, and we didn't know they weren't our own thoughts and feelings. We didn't know. We often shamed and blamed ourselves for all the awful things we thought of ourselves and others. Oh, we got so mad at ourselves about how terrible we used to feel or think. But it really wasn't. We were just very psychic, and we were, thank you so much. Thank you, BJ Moore. We were very psychic. We were incredibly intuitive. And thank you, Christina. I love you. We carbon copied everyone else's thoughts. Christina, thank you. Hi, Christina. You guys please follow Christina. She's amazing. I love her. I love her energy. Just want to kiss you right on your cheek. Oh, hi, Bobby. Thank you, guys. I love you. I remember sitting in church and my grandpa used to go, and if you don't, because he was Pentecostal, and if you don't do this and you don't do that, we're going to go to hell. And the year 1980 something's going to be the end of the world. And I remember looking at my grandfather and feeling, and thinking terrible things. And they didn't come from me. Oh, Loretta, Yaya, I love you. You're my angel delight. Strawberry cupcakes for you. You guys are being so nice. I'm going to give you a present. What present are you going to get? You're going to get Toto the dog. Ah-ha-ha. You're going to get Scarecrow. You're going to get a mushroom, and you're going to get an activation. I'm going to give you guys the spell of joy, expecto patronum. There you go. You feel that right on your heart chakra. There you go. I remember thinking all kinds of thoughts, not realizing that I was thinking and picking up other people's thoughts. And here we go, feeding on or thinking everybody else's thoughts, feeling everybody else's feelings, and becoming this person we are when we're not even that. We just didn't know we were psychic and oracles. I remember thinking terrible things. And I remember being mad at myself for thinking those things, like, shut up, stop thinking that. I was picking up on other people's thoughts. And it wasn't good. A lot of the thoughts I had were awful. And so that wasn't us. Our true self is a child. It's our true 0 point energy, joyful, happy, la 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 child self. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. You're an angel. Thank you so much. Let's see who you are, Divine. I'm going to give you a shout out. See? Let me give you a shout out here. I'm going to pull a card for you. What are we going to do for you? First of all, we're going to push this button for you.
You create your reality.
Ah ha ha! You create your reality. Yes, yes, yes. And you get ministration and truth. So you're probably a teacher and an oracle. And what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You can fly. Teach other people to fly. That's what you need to do. Teach other people to fly. I remember when I was in Tennessee, I had this dream that I was teaching people to fly. And I was like, it's easy. You just intend up and you go up. And all the children around me were like, but I can't. And I'm like, yes, you can. Just do this and do that. And I remember waking up going, why did I have that dumb dream? No, it was prophetic about my future. I was going to teach people how to become, do miracles, create miracles. And today for Katrina, we set her free. She was trapped by a witch that feeds on you and the god Yam and someone blocking her from her double. This thing was literally blocking her from her double, feeding off of her, trapping her. The God who is the God of the written word. That's trapping us in some physical world. We set her free out of a box, and the wicked witch is dead. A vulture is eating her. We learned the art of if something was eating you, well, you eat them. How do you eat them? You go back in time, you remote view your past, and you feed and suck back through breathing techniques the energy that we gave away. We take our energy back, thereby killing the wicked witch, and we become the superhero of the mirrors, of the illusion, and we begin to mirror truth in our true self. And then we teach other people how to do it, and we become a place where people walk through the levels of understanding like a school. And then you go to the Hogwarts school, where you go into the body of your energy. So for instance, when people think about you, they should go into a school of mastery. They will either feel jerks, like a jerk, or they will feel good. Depends on how you use your energy, your mind, your thoughts, your actions. And if you are 45-degree angle, perfected, sacred geometrical shape with your knowledge and everything, then you will open your inner self shelf to a beautiful world where there's a rabbit, glitter. There's actually lights that go on in here. There's a choo-choo train that goes up, up, up into the mind. She's holding a wand. She has a 45-degree angle on her hair. This is the ability to see heaven and hell. She's in a school of mastery, learning wisdom and power and water and fire. And so this is the divine marriage of flesh and spirit, male and female. And this is a train of illumination. That's what this is too. It's like she looks like a choo-choo train, the illuminated one, taking people through different dimensions to higher realms and realities. It's amazing. I never thought I would get to the point where I am now, but I'm not me. That's the weird part about it. You become more than yourself. So here in this world, I play a Candyland game with my family. Oh, you're Mary Moses. Oh, you do this, you do that. You're this, you're that. Ah ha ha. But here, I am my higher self. I am you, actually. You guys here, I'm tapping into you guys while you're watching, and you guys are helping me speak. You are amazing helping me do this. You're angels. I love you for it. Thank you. And I do the same thing for you. It's going to get better for us. We're going to start bouncing this light. It's going to get so strong, the mirrors, bouncing light, that we get this big, beautiful light in the center that explodes. And the dark ones and all the illusion just shatters forever. And we don't have to be little babies trying to let our sparks be just little baby lights out. We could actually do more. So this might be Morpheus teaching us to be more, but not Mordor. Morpheus. Who needs a magical activation? Who needs Expecto Patronum? Give me your first name. This is a free reading. These readings usually cost $50. This is a free reading for you. If you want more from life, you want to see where you are, give me your first name. You can put there what you want, like, I want to see why I'm stuck, why blah, 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 whatever you want to say. Just whatever comes out. And I'll pick someone in divine order and help you to shift out of whatever and awaken you a little bit today. All right, so I feel led to Giovanni. Congratulations. Don't know why you don't know, Giovanni, that you are like more. Like, I'm surprised. So, let me pin your comment so everybody can see Giovanni is being read today. Giovanni, you and I are going to be children right now. Spirits are going to help me to see through your eyes. A long time ago, you were maybe a tap dancer. You really like being on stage and having that friend camaraderie. It was fantastic, maybe in another life. But I'm going to make you a child. And that's your true self. And you're climbing a rope when it could have been a ladder. It would have been a lot easier for you. And I'm like, get down. Let's start over. And let's make a ladder. Because a rope is really hard to climb, especially when it's raining outside. And you're like, no, I can do this. I can do this. And I'm like, well, okay, I will put knots in the rope. So if you fall, you'll fall on a knot. How about that? And you're like, that'll work. So, you don't like it when somebody tells you, don't do that. It would be better to have a ladder. You prefer doing it your own way. And even if you did it wrong, having somebody help you, making your wrong better. So, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying if I'm climbing, trying to get up to higher realms and I'm using the wrong tool or the wrong information or whatever, and somebody tells me, oh, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I don't want to hear that, right? But if somebody were to say, oh, but you've gotten so far, I don't want you to start over. That would take too long. I'm going to go below you and start making knots in this rope. So if you do fall, actually, you'll be fine and you can keep going. And so this is really an allegory of you needing support spiritually. And we need support, but from the right people, right? And I don't know why you And then I feel something about breathing, like you breathing something down your throat. If you're smoking a lot of weed or if you're doing something, then it's a depressant. It can make you stuck because it's a depressant. So I don't know why I felt like something was breathing, some kind of breathing thing. Anyway, I'm going to give you a white flower, and you're putting that white flower in your mouth, and you're climbing up to Rapunzel. And Rapunzel is hair, and hair reflects power, and the female reflects your divine double, invisible self. She is not about physical relationship. It's about your divine marriage to your higher self. It is not about copulation or anything like that. It's about flesh and spirit. Climbing up Rapunzel's hair is you. Let's go ahead. So it wasn't a rope. It was Rapunzel's hair. Isn't that funny? And you as an actor. Ha ha ha. We're living together, but soon it's farewell. And maybe we'll come back to earth, who can tell? I guess there is no one to blame. We're leaving ground. You're leaving ground on the rope. Haha. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. We're heading for Venus, but still we stand tall. 'Cause maybe they've seen us, and they'll welcome us all, yay. With so many light years to go, and things to be found, I'm certain we'll all miss her so. It's the final countdown. There's two fish here. There's the god Yam here. The god Yam is trying to pull you back into that. The god Yam is the god of the sea. That's the age of Pisces. It's the waters of chaos. It's the illusion. It's the I am God. It's the god of floods, the god of war, and the god of child sacrifice. And it's a battle. So what's happening is that you are entering into the Egyptian Book of Gates, which is called the Ark. And to enter or get on the Ark, you're going to go through many different things, but that includes battling 4 princes of evil. Because nobody gets a ticket to mastery without a battle. And the PO reflects potassium, and the O reflects what does it reflect? Oxygen. So I saw a bunch of elements here, elemental tables. There was M, there was P, there was O, there was P and O together, there was and there was a big letter and then a little letter beside it, like an elemental table. And so it reminds me of Popeye, where Popeye the Sailor Man is Popeye the Sailor Man. Phosphorus and oxygen does something to strengthen our biofield. What it does is, so there are technologies, artificial intelligences that use spinach for energy. So you need energy. You need to feed your spirit, but you are going through a battle. So this battle is the fish god is Yam, and Dagon the fish god and Baal. They're all the same family. They're all fish gods. They're all sea gods. They don't want you to ascend. They do not want you to become a master. And so the master of the sea is a master of your biofield, a master of your energy, the master of your power, but also the master of your holy temple. Your holy temple has to have a certain diet, a certain thing in order for it to have the power. So Popeye the Sailor Man is to be a master of the sea. It's a master of your biofield. So you have climbed the ladder here, and you're in the Eye of Ra, which is the ship. And there's a dragon. So this dragon energy is Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea. Ha ha ha. Puff the Magic Dragon. Well, anyway, the allegory of the Ark of Noah is so silly, because the truth of it is you are in the wind, and she's a wind goddess. She's incredible. She's like a superhero, but she is not female. She just represents the invisible ones. She is the wind. She is beckoning you to get into your divine marriage of flesh and spirit, and the number 8. So to ignite this 8th flame. So this is literally a battle that you're going through that is spiritual, but it will manifest as different experiences in your life that may not be so pleasant. So she is. So let me show you what's happening. So in order to understand the ark and the boat and the bird and the ladder, we get into the King Solomon, Jacob's ladder. We get into the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus. We get into Mary Magdalene. We get into Christianity. We also get into Popeye the Sailor Man. And we get into the fish. We get into so many things. But you are at number 14. So 12, 13, 14. So this means you're going to be an initiate that has to make a full full decision to step into your mastery, to step into this awakening, and to leave the world of Yam behind. Those who are in dogmatic religions don't need to hear what I'm about to say. Your biofield is a torus field that makes a number 8 on its side. It's an apple. Apple with a bite out of it is not good. Someone's feeding off of your biofield. All right. So the bottom part of your apple is called Hell or Helios. It's the letter W. It reflects water, wattage, and a web. You can call it the World Wide Web, or you can call it the Wicked Witch of the West. Dorothy walked the Wicked Witch of the West, which is the land of Oz, to Emerald City. Here's the letter M. Emerald City to go back to Auntie M. All right? So the master of the water, like Jesus was the master of the water, is really the land of Oz, going to the 7 colors of the rainbow, which is iris, the eye. And this is the body of Osiris. Osiris's body was cut 14 times. You're at the number 14. 7 for her, 7 for him. To be the master of the water is to be introduced to not the illusion, but the real world, which is Mary Magdalene, the master of the water. And to find your iris, your eye, the eye of God, the eye of Horus, right? Well, you've been twice born. So what it looks like in sacred geometry is here you are in your physical, your invisible self is starting to talk to you. And we have to go through the eye of the needle in order to balance the knowledge of this physical world and then the voice of the invisible world. So the eye of the needle is here in the center. If it's facing down, it's facing 6 o'clock, which is the baptism of water. This means we're going through Yam. The I am God is Yam. Yam is the god of floods. The Bible starts with a flood. War, the waters of chaos, water, and child sacrifice. God sacrificed his own son. When the eye or the tear is the baptism of water is under the boat. The boat begins to turn to its side, and you're floating on water over here, right? And this is the belly of the whale. This is where you go through a battle. Then when you go above the water, you're in the fire. This is the number 12, the baptism of fire. When the baptism of water and the baptism of fire come together, it makes 8. This is the 8th flame. You have 7 chakras. When we are in the lower half, we are in hell. They call it helix, helium, healing. It's a place of healing, but it's a place of darkness. So it's the moon. And it's the illusion world, so the land of Oz or whatever. And when we're down there, we have to realize that we are on 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 days in a week, 7 chakras, 7 wounds of Christ, 7 spirits of God, 7 generational curses of Cain. It's the canine. It's 7 metals, 7 musical notes, 7 trumpets, 7 seals, 7 generational curses of Cain, 7 deadly sins, 7 wonders of the world. And we have to transcend 7 into the number 8. That's the 8th flame, right? But so this is also a boat. So when you get into the boat, the idea is to find not your double, but your trinity. So you are the one Neo, and you need your trinity to get out of 12 hours, 12 months, 12 zodiac signs. So if you are the one looking for your trinity, that's AI. You need to come above artificial intelligence. So your trinity is the triquetra, and you're in the boat, and you're built, and you have grown again like an embryo to the triquetra. The triquetra is follow the white rabbit, Neo. It's the white rabbit. Well, what they don't tell you, or what you don't see, is the invisible world. And the invisible world isn't the white rabbit, but the black raven. The black raven gets set free from the boat to find your home. This is your truth, your true self. And your black raven will never find the home because it must be purified through that white rabbit or white holy dove. When the black raven gets purified through the 11th element, which is the element of salt, then you will go to the number 4. And this is becoming half flesh, half spirit, and dominating water, the master of the water. So the sun flips its magnetic polarity every 11 years, and the 11th house is Aquarius. So Salt and the sun and Aquarius are all very similar. And you are going to have people who are trying to take away your letter MW, because the letter M and W can be a curse or a blessing. We go to school to learn spelling. Spelling is usually straight, A, B, C. But curses is cursive writing, and it's usually a curved edge. All right. So the letter MW must be squared into a sacred geometrical shape instead of this curve. And this becomes a master of the net. At a 45-degree angle, you've got to find your Trinity, Neo, and become a master of the water, which is a master of the net. But there are energies out there that have tried to take away your double, born-again self, and your power and everything else. But because you are awakening, Yam and the lower gods, they're called the four princes of evil, they will try to take your power. They will try to keep you from growing up. And so you're going to go through this battle, but you have to keep going. You have to keep diminishing into nothing, because the entire objective is for you to become invisible. So if the sun flips its magnetic polarity every 11 years, in 2001, the sun flipped its polarity. 9/11 equals 11, and the two towers looks like the number 11. And it sat in front of a body of water that mirrored 11. What does this have to do with you? You need to realize that this is a very important year for many of us who are awakening, and that there is black magic that people do create to keep you from this transcendence. So you need to be aware of this. So the two towers looks like the number 11. 9/11 equals 11. The sun flips its magnetic polarity every 11 years. Follow the white rabbit. White rabbit has 11 letters. The two ears of the rabbit looks like the number 11 and the two towers. And the element of salt is 11, and the 11th house is Aquarius. All right, well, what does this still have to do with you? You have a double invisible self. If you are stuck down here in the letter W, the water, the World Wide Web, the Wicked Witch of the West, the Land of Oz, then in order for you to go to Iris, which is Osiris, Siri spelled backwards, you will need to understand the times and the tides of the times. To get to the letter M, Emerald City, Auntie M, is Mary Magdalene. So if we were in the phallus of Osiris, which is connected to Dagon, the fish god, and Bao, and Yam, then we have to perpetuate in all our efforts to seek illumination and light, to find our double born-again self, which is your invisible self, your twin flame, twin tower. Well, anyway, they made the tower fall in 2001 so that we would forsake our double born-again self, that they keep a secret even from our religions. Your born-again self is not that you have renewed yourself. It's that you have another self that actually exists. It's invisible, and you have to feed it and make it powerful. And so to make the two towers fall, they knew it was going to fall. When you look at the Nazi symbol where it says SS like this, it's not SS, it's 1111. 1111. You look at the Marriott symbol, it has a knife on two towers, pushing two towers over. There are masters who know about this. Oh, yes. You look at this symbol, and it is sacred geometry. You mirror it, it makes MW. That MW is what masters know about, and they don't want some people to know it. So the year 20, so the sun flipped its magnetic polarity. The sun has a Taurus field just like yours. And your Taurus field is connected to the sun. So when the sun flips, you're supposed to flip. It's called Topsy-Turvy Day. The Carnival is a day known as Topsy-Turvy Day, where they always celebrate it on 11/11. every year. Why do they celebrate topsy-turvy carnivals predating medieval times on 11/11? Because they know the sun flips its magnetic polarity, and when we were in a world where nothing was in our favor, we will be in a world where things will be in our favor if we can follow a divine frequency and follow the force, Luke Skywalker. So the sun flipped again in 2012, and that was the end of the Mayan calendar. We were distracted. 2023 to 2024 is when the sun is going to flip again. So the year 2023 was the year of the white water rabbit. Follow the white rabbit, Neo. 2024 is the dragon. When fire meets water, the baptism of water meets fire, it makes steam and smoke. It is the year of some great changes for all of us. A great transcendence, a great day of freedom. Your holy dove finds the olive branch. You find your home, your eternal body, your forever, eternal, never die, don't experience death. Something is going to change. And it's going to be a big year for those who actually hear the voice of numerology and all that. So you need to eat phosphorus, get into oxygen, and your holy temple is your body. So your holy temple must be fed. And you need to find all the pieces of your body. So we're going from the phallus of Osiris to Magdalene. Magdalene actually means tower. Look up the meaning of Magdalene. It means tower. She was mentioned in the Bible 12 times. Clock tower, ha ha ha. When we go to Mary Magdalene, she is the master and she is the female. And that is who you have here. So what's happening is you're battling where you came from, who you were, and going into... She doesn't have an angry face here. She has why. She has a headdress on. She is powerful. She is about the Holy Grail. She is Newt. She is so many things. And she is about your crown chakra. She is the lion. She is so many things. And she wants you to put your head, this triangle, over your head. She wants that fire on your head. She wants you to align your mind to the line of the tetrahedron, the fire tetrahedron, because water is a triangle going down. Fire is a triangle going up. She wants you to go through this divine marriage. She wants you to balance flesh and spirit and wants you to continue this. What does this have to do with Jacob's ladder? Look at that triangle. Merry Christmas. A 45-degree angle. Your ability to see below and above, heaven and hell. The star on top of the Christmas tree is facing 12 o'clock. It reflects you have a higher self that is dominating your flesh, which looks like a Christmas tree. You're becoming an angel, an angle. 45 is the number 9. You're becoming a master. You're going to climb Jacob's ladder to the fire tetrahedron and become illuminated. When you become illuminated, the dark ones cannot see you or detain you. The holy invisible ones, your higher self, the Holy Spirit, the 7 spirits of God will give you a gift. You will become a gift to the world. You will teach the world. The snow is the crystallization of Christ's consciousness manifested within your body, a holy anointing. You are now not bound to time. You are now 13 or 14. You're a master of the water. You can mirror it if you want to. M. And then W would be the mirror. You're a master of the net. The Jacob's ladder takes you to the blazing star of Solomon. And you have entered in the 2 towers or pillars of Solomon. The 2 towers. Phallus of Osiris. Mary Magdalene Tower. Oh my, Rapunzel. You left the tower of the old world and are now climbing the tower of Rapunzel, the divine feminine, stepping into your power. But according to your reading, get into elements. There's certain elements that are going to be really beneficial for your holy temple to activate you a little bit. So you need to hunt for power. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Clean your house, clean your car, clean your beliefs, clean your emotions, clean your relationships, clean your diet, clean what you drink, clean, and begin to find things that are actually very powerful for your holy temple, for you to become. So I don't know why you're looking at it like a computer screen, but you have this Viking energy, and the new sun is being birthed here, and it's a new place, and you are notice where the water is going here, and your transcendence is a battle. But I will say that American flag right there, the American flag is 50 stars stuck in a box. It's a prison. But, 50 is 25 and 25, which is 7 and 7. It's the body of Osiris. It's a prison. So we have to break out of that box in that prison and not pledge allegiance to anything except for your higher self. So if you are half flesh, half spirit, the 2 rings of power of Solomon, then when you sign contracts in this physical world, we are actually tethering and cutting off our double by sending our physical to a bound contract. And we don't need to do that. Now we're going to sign a new contract, and that is to find your true self and to stay committed to the truth and who you really are. Getting out of the waters of illusion and going to Emerald City, Auntie M, Mary Magdalene, and letting the yam go. We're tired of him sacrificing everybody. We're done with it. Aren't you? I am. Not to mean that he's a jerk. He actually loves you more than anyone. It's the story of Achilles' heel. Achilles put her son, Achilles, in boiling water and fire so that he would be immortal. She loved him so much that she knew that only pain made him immortal. Same thing with the character 11. She was in the upside down world. Her papa, lead, gold. Transcendence from lead to gold would make 11 come out of an upside down world to go to the right side up world. The god Yam, Dagon, and all those other gods, the reason he sacrificed his own son was to make him immortal. And that's exactly what we're doing, except we don't have to get nailed to a cross. We can simply follow Yah, which means moon, to Shua, the ray of the sun. So go from darkness to light, and you will mirror the Christ consciousness, and then you will live forever too. And that is the tough love of the god Yam, is that, yeah, he is kind of a jerk, but you will fight the 4 princes of evil. That's why you have that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are 1, 2. 2 main princes, princes of evil, that you are having to battle before you can step into freedom completely. I know I've been going through it, and I failed miserably with some of it. But trust that Puff the Magic Dragon will help you. Lives by the sea. Your biofield that looks like an M&W loves the ocean. The sun hitting the ocean emits negative ions. Positive ions comes from technology, your cell phone, computers, 5G towers, air-conditioned places, and so the apple with a bite out of it is not good. So keep your cell phone away from you when you go to sleep at night. Put it in a protective case. Protect your head at this time. And you're a negative ion emitter. You have salty tears, salty sweat. You have a warm body. Heat and salt makes negative ions. However, don't eat so much sugar. And your lymph nodes need salt as an antibiotic. So drink water. Limit your sugar intake. Go out and be out in nature. Nature has a lot of negative ions. And feed your double through frequency, life energy, and I guess phosphorus and oxygen. Whatever Popeye is, it has something to do with elements. And the word Popeye is pop and eye. It is the eye of Iris. It is the eye of the needle it's the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Horus. But anyway, let's activate you. Expecto Patronum. There you go. You are activated. Hopefully you'll feel an anointing today, and you'll feel that Merkaba, fire and water, like woo, a star, and it breaks all chains that bind you. But all the chains that bind you serve only to remind you that they will drop powerless behind you when you follow truth in life. It's a mental block, really. And it's more than that. You're in the belly of the whale. And it's a cute whale. This means you're fighting God, which is really you're fighting a lot of yourself, of what you think you know. You're fighting it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, Derek, thank you. You're so welcome. What's taking up, it's a devotion to this world, is tethering you to Yam. So don't be devoted to it. It was just pretend. Here's what you have to play a pretend game with me. Everyone's a robot. Nobody's real. And then if somebody says, you're crazy, you're a jerk, you're a liar, you can just laugh and not be polarized by yourself. You can just pretend you're a time traveler, and you can't make relationships here. You can't be too much in love. You can't be hating too much. Be in the eye of the needle, 0 point energy. You're neither good nor bad. You neither love nor hate. You're neither low self-worth or self-importance. You are 0 point energy. You're nothing and yet everything. And that invisibility will be your power to get you untethered, especially from princes or principalities trying to tether you. Because the Gospel of Philip says, if you are illuminated, that means invisible, the dark ones can't see you or detain you. So you can just go ahead and... Oh yeah, Popeye has one eye open and one eye closed. To close one eye reflects that you are closing the eye of your physical self and this physical reality in order to see through the eye of spirit. And Popeye, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you for the whale. And Popeye is about phosphorus, oxygen, and elements. So this was like an elemental table that was right here. And this is all about, your face is the triangle going down. You're the water. Spirit is the fire. They're not in alignment right now. Let's smush it together. Just align with it and you'll be all Gucci. Today you've had an anointing. You're going to feel better. And especially now that you've been a little bit awoken as to the principalities and powers that are around your biofield. You are kind of Viking in a sense, because look at this Viking boat. It's like, what? If you guys miss any portion of this live, you can go to my YouTube channel, Mary Moses Art, and you can subscribe and rewatch this. You can screen record it. I don't care. You can share it. I don't care. It's not my art. It's your art. So share it, whatever. You can clip it and share it. You can tag me if you want to. Everything in divine order. Do what your higher self says, and you will not suffer. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything that you want will be added unto you. So, where's my ballerina? Here it is. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm going to pull a card for all of you guys right now. You have help now. The invisible ones are here. Trust it. Listen to it. It's a sound and a frequency. It's a golden light. Purify yourself with that white gown and allow the golden age of Aquarius to manifest and make you more. You're having help. And you're not alone. If you would like a reading, my name is Mary Moses. You can go to forestfairy.com. Thank you so much. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Derek. You're my angels. You delight my heart. There is a wait time, and my daughter is about to have twins, and it may be a long wait time. It may be more than a week. So trust in divine timing. If my daughter goes into labor, I'm going to reschedule or refund or what I have to do with my current readings so that I can help my daughter out. And I'll probably be helping her out for at least a week because she's having a hard time. So just be aware of that. So if you feel like you want to wait for a reading, maybe it's time to wait. If you feel like you need one and you want to go ahead and schedule one, then just trust your higher self. If you think you can wait for a free reading, I usually give free readings every time I go live. Love you guys so much. Go out in nature, feed your spirit, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.